but it's British. About 2,500 of them live in Stanley, and that's not including the military. So it's a quite extensive town. And the big draw to this, well, besides being the southernmost Anglican church in the world, are that big arch there. So those two, it's actually made from the jaws of two blue whales.
Someone just leave them there at the Victory Bar.
Which the local.
It is important to wear your waterproof layers on our Zodiac transit from the ship to shore and returning, because it can be very, very windy.
You can see the whale bones outside the church right from here on deck. And there's the jetty right in front of us. You have to Zodiac to shore. This is where we are today. The old lowering of the Zodiacs here in Stanley. Here we are in the Stanley Information Center. It's right here on the jetty. I am definitely going to have to buy something that says Falkland Islands on it. I love the krill. I have a t-shirt that says "Move in for the krill." Whale jawbones. And this plot of land was given to the government by the Falkland Islands Company to commemorate the centenary of the colonies of British possession, 1933. It's a mizzen mast, that's what it is. Mizzen mast. St. Mary's Catholic Church. The post office is supposed to have some really beautiful stamps. And yes, the phones actually work. Workshop. Every house in the Falkland Islands had a wash house and a shed or outside shanty with a peat-fired boiler, mangle, and wash tub. Mondays were usually devoted to washing. It's very easy to pick out our fellow passengers, like Steve. They're all in yellow. All these other people walking around are off the other two cruise ships in port. One is Crystal. I know that. The other ship that's in port with us today is all German passengers. That's interesting. That's a lucky charm. In the 60s, it was earth, but they wanted to build a solid foundation for the anvil, and a 6-foot post was buried into the ground. The horseshoe was revealed underneath. It was probably put way before the concrete floor. Christ Church is the most southerly cathedral in the world. Watching our Zodiacs bounce out there, that is not going to be fun going back at all. The Sailway ice cream social out here on the deck. So you leave the Falklands behind. Next stop's South Georgia. I love when they put up pictures like that. I never see a whale like that. I always just see the end of the tail.
Our next few days, this is an image of the time around tomorrow morning. You can see this beautiful, huge cyclonic structure here. The power of it certainly will be ravaging some parts of the sea, not where we are. So this is probably around this time tomorrow. We'll be kind of in our most exposed position there, right between Falklands and heading for South Georgia. And into that night again, we'll be moving right past a wind event that would probably be quite significant for us if we were leaving Stanley on that day, but luckily we'll be much further past that. This is a second full day at sea, so not tomorrow, but the day after tomorrow night. Blue is wonderful. I couldn't imagine a better crossing than this. This is what we're looking at that first morning when we're arriving in South Georgia. And you know, this is one of the windiest parts of the world, of huge mountain ranges and tons of katabatic winds, and it can be extremely, extremely challenging to do any sorts of operations here. So looking at a forecast ahead like this just, I think, gives us all a little pep.